Angela Mazzi with the patron saint of architecture, and today I am here to talk to you about your dream career. So, a lot of times when I work with architects, one of the first things that comes up as a major pain point for people is that they've gotten lost in the slog of what it takes to do your job, right? Because it is a lot of work to get a project done well, to coordinate with different ordinances and zoning boards or historical review committees, different user groups, different codes, all of that, right? I mean, it's a lot of work. And so it's really easy to get caught up in what it takes to do that and to become disconnected from why you became an architect in the first place. In fact, it can even feel a little bit awkward for a lot of people where they sort of feel like, when I was 18, I thought I was going to change the world, but that sounds really, really arrogant now. That's not what this is. This is really just about doing a good job, serving my clients well, and feeling like one building at a time, I'm doing something good. I'm here to tell you to stop thinking like that. Stop it. Because you're not really making the world a better place just by showing up and doing your job. The only way you really can make an impact is to reconnect with all of those dreams. And I know all the things that come up, right? We get stuck in the ways we can't do things. And we say, well, back in the day, I didn't have responsibilities. And now maybe I'm married, maybe I have children, maybe I'm taking care of a parent. I've got obligations, I've got responsibilities, and you know what? I don't want my job to take over my life. And so, yeah, there's a point where I'm not going to be in architect mode and I'm going to be in mom mode, or I'm going to be in the mode of just having a good life or good friend mode, right? And so we think we have to make a choice. We think it's an either or proposition, and that following our dreams will mean we have to work hard, and working hard will mean we have no quality of life. And so therefore, what's the point? So today, I really wanted to kind of break that cycle of thinking, to move out of that pain point of why can't I have the life of my dreams? And of course, everybody can give me a long list of reasons, to asking a different question, to asking, how can I? So if you know anything about me, you know that I am an architect who specializes in healthcare design and works nationally. I speak and publish nationally and internationally. I'm also the mom of 2 kids. In fact, just took my daughter off to college in Chicago on Saturday. So I get it, right? I've had to take care of my sick, dying parents. I've had to deal with a lot of issues in my personal life and have a career. So I do get it that there is a need for balance. And I've done the opposite too. I've gone the opposite way off the stress cliff, right? And had to climb back out of that. And I really want to connect with everyone and talk about how we can do things different, that we don't have to choose, that we never have to abandon our dreams, that we never have to feel that dreaming big is dreaming too big, and that it doesn't have to put us in a state of overwhelm and exhaustion to get there. So the first step in this is asking that different question. How can I? And how can I might mean delegating, might mean getting help at home, might mean looking at things differently and reprioritizing, and it definitely means getting a whole lot more clarity on who you are and what you're here to do in this world as an architect. So I'd like you right now to just think quickly of 3 big reasons you have for being an architect and move past all the sarcasm of I like working hard and not getting paid, or I like being abused by clients. That all of that is just negative thinking and self-deprecating talk, and it's time for our profession to stop talking that way. Think about why you really are in this, what really matters to you, how you really feel called to make a difference. Then when you have those 3 big reasons, next to each one of those, I want you to answer the question, how can I? And maybe today it just means asking your project team to think a little bit more about a sustainable strategy. Maybe today it just means writing a few paragraphs and journaling to more fully flesh out what you'd like to do. Maybe today it just means looking at organizations either nationally or in your community that you could join to form alliances and start finding pathways to make a difference. But ask that question, how can I? And I'd like to challenge you to ask that question every day about these 3 big topics. Don't let it go, because you know what? Our brains are like a search engine. When you put in, how can I? Your brain will find a way. Our senses take in so much more data than we're ever able to consciously process or be aware of, which is why if you start thinking about red cars, you see red cars everywhere. It's not that there's more red cars. It's just that you've told your brain to pay attention to that particular sensory input. So if you tell your brain to pay attention to the sensory inputs of your 3 big whys, it will start to show you the data that's already there, that's already all around you, about how to make connections, how to take one step and then the next step and then the next step. So I'm not asking you to run a marathon. If you feel tired or overwhelmed, don't just turn this off and forget about it. Think about that list and think about that question, and always know that you can. So thank you so much for listening in today, and please tune in. I will be, continuing to explore this topic. I think it is one of the biggest stumbling blocks in our profession is that we don't dream. And we feel like we have to put the busy work first at the expense of everything else. And that's just no way to be an architect, because we really are here to change the world. So thank you. Have a great day.